how to get a full CI/CD in GitLab for a .NET Aspire solution that compile, run tests, test for security, for secret, all of that in few steps. Let me show you. So here it is. I built a .NET Aspire template just so you could start with all of that ready. So it's all documented, there's everything. So let me show you a little bit. So let's have a look to the code to see what we have in terms of code for this template. Okay, so let's zoom a little bit. Voila. As you can see, I have a classic vanilla .NET Aspire project. I took the starter one, so it contained an API, a front end, and the two Aspire project. What I did also add to it was unit tests. In this specific example, I used XUnit just because, you know, I needed to pick one, but you could use whatever you want. The goal was to have a full CI/CD that runs those tests. And I did that because the best moment, the best time to create a CI/CD is when you're just getting started because your project is simple. So let's have a look. What happened, what you will have is you have two jobs right now. So build will compile and it will run the test, the unit test, and it will also check, thanks to GitLab template, it will check the security just to make sure everything is safe and check if you don't, by mistake, pushed secret, I don't know, an API key, something like that, with all those AI things going on. So all that will run. You could also see the test results. So here I have multiple tests. You see all the tests. And I will show you a few particularity tips and tricks that I learned building that template. But first, let me show you something. In GitLab, you have a file that needs to be called, like it's configurable, but by default it needs to be called .gitlab-ci. Just here, this file. And let's go here, and I wrote all that. But you say, Frank, I don't like to code all the time in a web interface. No problem. I like to code in VS Code because on my Windows machine or my Linux machine, it works. So let's open VS Code. To get started, you go in the extension, you search for GitLab. Oh, let me go bigger this way, voila. You search for GitLab and you will have, make sure that it's the official one, the one written by GitLab. And with that, you will have a new extension. So let's reopen that pipeline, just like it was before. And now you have this, and am I hiding the other one? I think I'm hiding the other one. Let's go full screen, no more Frank, voila. So let's put it this way. So you have this one, and this one. This one, you have all your work item, issue, and stuff like that. And here you have a chat. So the thing you could do is just say, you know what, like, okay, I want to know what this thing does. So you could go and do slash and then pick explain. You could ask your questions and do all those things. And then it will just explain to you the code. It's pretty amazing. That looks great. That may look a little bit big. You're looking at that and it's like, whoa, that's like, that does a lot of things. Well, I did start with something very small, and using Duo, I added more steps. Say, hey, I want to hide like the secret detection. Hey, I want to add this. My tests are not running. How can I fix that? And I learned a lot. Initially, everything was at the same time. I had a stage just like this. Initially, for the secret and the security, it was not working because it was starting by default root. Duo helped me and say, you know what, like Frank, you should change the folder to go into your source. So very interesting. I invite you to have a look, and voila, just very happy about this template and the full CI/CD. I think for you it will be perfect. You just clone this, change their project, and get started, and you will have like all the security, all the tests that runs right away. Best moment to get started with a CI/CD is at the beginning of your project. See you in the next one.